Right. Hi, good evening. This I have for you, sharing with you my book. First of all, I want to say good evening and I hope you had a great day. It's a blessing again to be alive. I'm here to share with you a few experiences. Won't be long, but I just want to say welcome to the Empowering New Nurses Show live. I'm Dr. Miriam Smith, the host for Nurse, Empowering New Nurses. And you're here tonight again, and I'm thankful that you've taken time out. I know you could have maybe be sleeping or you could be involved in some other activities, but you choose to be here with me tonight. I promise you I'll be brief, but in my hand here, I have Nurse, the guide to empower new nurses in the delivery of high quality care to all patients. I know you'll be hearing me saying this because I'm commissioned to do so. So tonight, I just want to welcome you for tuning in. I want to welcome you for taking time out. I just want to welcome you to be a part of this experience, whereby I will share with you something that's near to my heart, and that's on kindness, being compassionate and being kind. You just never know how far this will go. Because there's a saying that cast your bread on the water and you shall receive it after many days. And definitely that's relative. You might not know the many days, how long those days will be, or how short those days will be, but it comes back to you. And so at this time, I want to share an experience I had today. I just hopped off a Zoom and I'm here, but I was like, but I'm here. So I will share with you an experience I had, and it has brought memories because here I was at this supermarket today, and I was looking for a certain item, which is cultural, and I found I was looking for some items, but I found some, and there was one of them I was looking for, and that is to make a juice. So I'm saying, I'm there looking. So I took my phone out and I called one of my friends to say that that particular area that she directed me, I did not see what I was looking for. But while I took some stuff down and put in my basket, there was a lady not far from me, but she was looking at me. Uh, Apparently, she was listening to my conversation with my friend. So she looked at me. So I said, I found this to my friend. I found this, I found that, but I haven't seen the other stuff. And she just said to me, hi, hi, hi. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on. All right. And I didn't see the other stuff. And I just heard the lady, she just looked at me and she said, she picked up the stuff that I was looking for and put it and said, here it is. I was amazed. So I said, I'm looking at her, and she was looking at me. And she said to me, ah, I used to work in labor and delivery at X hospital. And she said, were you one of the educators? And I was, ooh. So I looked at her and I said, yes. And she said, you know what? I left about 6 years ago, but I remember you. And I'm saying, wow. I said, I retired just recently. And she was amazed, and I was amazed. And then she started saying to me, she started telling me, I mentioned about my book to her. And this is a book, Nurse, the Guide to Empower New Nurses in the Delivery of High Quality Care to All Patients. And she looked at me and she said, my sister-in-law told me about your book. I was, what? And then when she told me who was saying that, I was astounded because that's another doctor lady that I know, but she's doctor in teaching, in education. And I said, wow, isn't this amazing? So it is so, so important to know that we care for individuals. And as we share with individuals, how important that is, you know, how important that is of caring or reaching out to others, because you just never know what and where and how things that are real, how you will see people and where they will see or will meet, because what you do today, it comes back to you tomorrow. So I would just encourage my young nurses, and all who take care of individuals, that you have a responsibility to reflect kindness, to reflect kindness. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. Yes, yes, you're from France, of the Eiffel Tower, near to there. Okay, thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. So my keywords today are on the fact that we ought to care for each other. We ought to do the best for individuals. You just never know. My mom would say, you're coming up, you the older ones are coming down and the younger ones are coming up. You just never know who will have to take care of you, or who you will have to take, or who you will meet. Because on the street, sometimes you'll see individuals giving you a shout, wow, somebody whose life you have impacted in one way or the other. And they will in turn say, wow, you did so much. You did so much. You did so much for me. You did so much for me. Okay. And so I want to say I've seen a lot of subscription and views from different parts of the world. And wherever you are today, that just be mindful wherever you are that you are special, and you have to value yourself. So if you value yourself, then others would look on. And as they look on, if you value yourself, they'll value you. So you have to put some value on yourself. You have to find individuals who are like-minded, who are moving ahead, who want to accomplish. And before I end here, I want you to remind you that some of you might be studying at this time. My audience are mostly, I would say predominantly, young nurses, new nurses, because I've been a nurse for more than 4 decades, and I've taught and I've worked in different capacities. And I've seen young nurses who came under my care at times, who I had to teach skills, communication skills, skills where they have to do certain procedures, like, for example, IV, inserting IV, or inserting a catheter, or different things, interpreting arrhythmias or so, or you would say dysrhythmias, being able to see the EKG. I've had some of those that I have to teach, and could have seen where initially the learning was a little challenging, a little difficult, but after having got the concept, wow, they soar. And I've seen some of them, they're practitioners now, they're looking back and say, you helped me. I'm doing some different I'm doing some moonlighting now, and all because I'm not scared to be in certain areas, not knowing it all, but not scared to be in certain areas as used to. So I'm happy that I'm able to impact lives positively. So as I was saying before, that I've seen individuals from different parts of the world, and one of my favorite parts of my nursing career has been on culturally congruent care. By that I mean caring for different individuals from different parts of the world. And in caring for them, they get their tailored care. In other words, individualized care. That's so, so, so important. You know, I'm living in New York, and if you talk about diversity, It's right here. And so the clientele or the patients that we do have, they come from different backgrounds. They're from different ethnicity. They're from different races. They're from different nationalities, different socioeconomic areas, uh, sexual orientation, different kinds. So our mindset have to be that we care for individuals as human beings, not because of who they are, but as human beings. And that's very, very, very important because each person is a person and deserves the best care. I was, during my process of advancing in my career, I would encourage my nurses to move ahead. And I've seen where many of them have accomplished and have done in specialty areas that have made them great leaders. And so I know some of my young nurses right now might be studying, you know, and one of my favorite quote was from Longfellow, who said, "Heights by great men, reached and kept, were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, they were toiling upward in the night." And so I know that the information I'm sharing with you is genuine, it's phenomenal. I'm very passionate about sharing because, as I said earlier, sometime that I am a baby boomer, and baby boomers, for those who don't remember, are those who were born from 1946 to 1964, that range. Those are the baby boomers. And so I was retired recently, and my goal is to share some of what I've learned from my personal experience and experience of others over the years. If you get this copy, Nurse, the Guide to Empower New Nurses in the Delivery of High Quality. Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting the calls at this time. Anyway, so I'll soon be done. So, Nurse, the Guide to Empower New Nurses in Delivery of High Quality Care to All Patients. It's on Amazon. And in this book, I this book can bring value, transformation, in addition to enhancing your journey. If you are a nurse or you're not a nurse, there are information in there that you will be intrigued by. Because if you're a patient or a friend of a patient, there are tidbits that are there. There are pearls. There are nuggets that you can embrace. You're going into the hospital setting or the healthcare setting, there's some key points that you can learn what you're looking for. Patient-nurse relationship, what you can bring to the table, what the nurse can, what the interprofessional team can offer you. There's so much to learn. And I've put some nuggets into this little booklet that can help. Now you can get it on Amazon. You can also get it from in New York. But I'd just like you to know that great things are happening. And in spite of the shortage, we have nurses who are willing to share their expertise with younger nurses who are coming on board. And so I just want to tell you, those who are studying, to keep growing. And those who have not yet gathered the courage. I used to be up in the night, spent a lot of hours studying to make sure that I receive my goal. My goal, my dream become a reality. And so, like you, if you're looking or you have a friend or you have the children or you have friends or you yourself want to, it's never too late. It's never too late to reach out. It's never too late to start. You might not have to do all the subject matters at one time, but you can do it slowly and you still accomplish your goal. The most important thing is that you start and be consistent. Consistent, perseverance are some words, determination are some of the words that I embrace. Confidentiality, confidence. So, as a reminder, as I'm about to leave, that you are special and you got to value yourself as so, and then others will value you. So, how can you connect with me? You can connect with me through YouTube. That's at Miriam Amanda Smith, YouTube. On Instagram, it's Podcast Mirror, PODMIR, PODCASTMIR, Podcast Mirror. I'm also a podcast that's empowering new nurses. And you know, the question before I leave, always individuals would ask, why nurse? Well, when I was putting my thoughts and all of that together and connect and interact with others, they were saying, there's one nurse out there. There is a nurse. And if that nurse takes on that responsibility, or that nurse takes on or embrace the information, it will change. It will make a change. It will minister to that nurse, and that nurse will fly and soar to high places. So there is a nurse, and that nurse could be you, it could be you, and it could be you. Billions, more than 8 billion individuals are on the earth today. And you have a story. I know you have a story too. And if you have a story, you can share it with others. Someone will be inspired by your story. If you keep it by yourself, then who will know? So that's what, that helps to motivate me to share with you this evening that you can accomplish your goal if you put your mind to it. There's a mindset, and I encourage you to embrace that growth mindset. Because if you don't succeed at one point, you can succeed at the other. Come from a different perspective. There's resources out there. There are resources out there of all kind, and you can tap into it and accomplish your goal. That's what I have to say to you today. Go for it. The sky is the limit. Have a great evening. You are special. Remind yourself that you're only one of a kind. There's no one else like you. All right? Go forward. Go forward. Bye-bye.